I've been really on my own when I think about it. Yeah, my house is not a home when I think about it. I've been feeling so alone when I think about it. Yeah, nobody really got me when I think about it. I'm really on my own when I think about it.
Y'all know, man, the more and more I learn about the ocean and what's down there, the more and more you will not catch me by a body of water. I tell you that much, man. We got what divers found underwater has left people speechless. Let's jump up in it.
Conquering the depths of the ocean, some divers stumble across terrifying sightings.
No, bro. You looking in the face of death. No, look, he's smiling at you like, oh, I'm about to get you. Ooh, I know you taste like Taco Bell. Ooh, he about to eat you.
Sightings, while others come upon creepy discoveries. Be it chilling encounters or spooky catches, here is a list of some of the scariest things found underwater. Vampire squid. 3,200 feet below the water surface, there lies one of the rarest species of sea creatures.
That thing is ugly,
having the
boy.
largest eyes in the animal kingdom, while sharing features from both octopus and squids. Well, you have guessed it right, it's the squid from hell. The vampire squid with ear-like fins and a large webbed cloak to use as an oxygen captor in the deep waters. Measuring up to 11.8 inches in length, the creature has yellow filaments as motion detectors when it comes to hunting and defending. Not just that, whenever the squid feels threatened, it covers itself entirely into its magical cloak, and when it comes to encountering a larger prey, the animal releases a cloud of confusing phosphorescent particles and swims away. First ever Mola Mola attack. Right into the islands of Bali, Indonesia, there lies a majestic creature, otherwise known as Mola Mola, or the ocean sunfish. But where these gentle giant bony fish are thought to be delicate in nature, turns out they like their privacy too. Speaking of which, the video shows a giant Mola Mola fish surrounded by a couple of divers getting up close and personal, while the fish was vulnerable and getting cleaned. Be it the annoying lights or provoking diver, the fish made weird noises to opt for an attack.
First of all, you see how big that thing is, bro? Y'all swimming next to it? That thing at least like 15 feet, bro. Like, that thing is huge, G. That thing is massive, and you're swimming next to it, trying to provoke it, taking pictures and filming and stuff. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy.
Pack, shooking the divers in utter shock.
Well, yeah.
Biggest great white shark. Off the coast of Mexico's Guadalupe Island, shark experts in 2013 stumbled across a massive great white shark named Deep Blue. Thought to be the first ever biggest shark caught on camera, the great white shark measured up to 20 feet long, while average sharks are around 11 to 15 feet in length. Moreover, Deep Blue is estimated to be 50 years old, featuring its gigantic teeth as it moves close to the cage. The jaw-dropping footage was captured by Mauricio Juarez Padali, while observing how close this giant beast could get towards humans. The Squid Eye. While studying the carcass of a colossal squid, marine biologists in New Zealand measured the eye of the squid to around 11 inches across, making it the largest eye in the animal kingdom. Pretty big and terrifying. Well, obviously, while living in the dark, the animal needs great vision in order to survive, with huge eyes being a great asset. Speaking of which, colossal squid use their eyes to see and catch prey, to watch for predators, or to see each other when it's the mating season. Hence, their big eyes and built-in headlights are well equipped for quite sustainable life in the darkest ocean depths. Hydra Sea Serpent. In June 2018, a diver who went into the murky Bora Bora returned with this astonishing clip featuring something they symbolize: terror, supernatural power, and revival. I'm talking about the legendary sea monsters, better known as sea serpents. While it's already quite horrifying to think of one, let one face one as something out of the nightmares. The clip shows a pair of glowing eyes appearing out of nowhere, while showing just a glimpse of the so-called sea serpent with numerous pairs of eyes and monstrous.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, we don't know what's down there. We need to stop going down there, bro. Like, obviously, it don't want us near it. Like, look at that thing. That's something straight out of a horror movie, bro. Man, what? Come on, man.
Well, according to Scottish folklore, these creatures are capable of eating up to 7 whales at a time. But do they really exist? Sixgill shark encounter. In November 2017, when a Blue Planet 2 submarine went at a depth of 2,460 feet below the water, it was shoved by some enormous six-gill sharks. Actually, the team was initially tracking a doomed sperm whale when they made a terrifying encounter with these nightmarish creatures. Unfortunately for the crew, the sharks think that the submersible is a rival and began to aggressively push their heads and tails against the sub's viewing window. After repeatedly doing so, the sharks finally realized the sub is not a threat, while getting back at chomping onto the carcass of the poor whale. Massive deep-sea shark. Straight out of the muddy mess, if not the size, this shark's eye alone is enough to induce a heart attack. Pretty big and terrifying. The exclusive video features this deep-sea shark called the Bluntnose Sixgill, an ancient species of sharks who might have knocked off most of the dinosaurs too. Quite curious of light in the deepest darks of the ocean, the shark seemed fascinated by the submarine and cameras around it as it can sense electrical pulses. But thankfully, this massive beast, after calmly inspection around the submarine, went on looking for its next best meal option. Perhaps a Megalodon. For a fact, we all know the Marina Trench is home to the most bizarre deep-sea creatures lurking at the ocean floor. But how bizarre it can get? Let's check it out. Some researchers, after putting bait along a camera, waited for the most awaited sea creature. Well, to their surprise, a massive shark-like species appeared to hop on the bait, which, by the looks of it, measured around 60 feet in length. It looks ancient, it's big, and it's terrifying. Is it the infamous species of shark called Megalodon? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think of this unidentified shark? Before we move any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content. Deep Sea Alien.
They all
During a
aliens.
research in a Norwegian fjord, researchers encountered an alienoid sea creature called Parafala, with 12 stiff tentacles extending from a thick bell-shaped body. Legend has it the creature has never seen the sunrise, and there's no stopping its doom. Anyhow, the animals have...
I don't know why I keep watching these things, man. Like, I get creeped out so easily, and it's just... It looked like a big-ass water bug, and I don't like that, man. That thing is huge. Like... Ugh. Why do I put myself through it? I don't know. I don't know. Like, look at that! Look at its face. Look at its Look at that. What?
Stopping its doom. Anyhow, the animals have dark red and brown bodies and are bioluminescent, which it has developed to keep lurking in the dark waters. Not just that, it can also change colors, pulsating with the rhythm and intensity of light in the deep sea. They are around 7.87 inches long, with a central dome of around 13.7 inches in diameter.
I'm never going in the ocean
Ruby
again.
Sea dragon. In February 2015, a group of researchers from Scripps Oceanography and the Western Australian Museum discovered a new species of sea dragon for the first time in the wild. The footage shows a ruby sea dragon lurking 164 feet below the water, with a bunch of peculiar features. Because unlike regular one, this sea dragon lacks in the leafy limbs, which according to the team is some kind of evolutionary timeline that the creature might have adopted living in the wild. Moreover, Besides other unique features, the animal appears to have a prehensile tail, which it may use to anchor itself to rocks or other objects when water grows turbulent. Legendary giant squids. While unwinding the mysteries of the giant squids lurking at the paranormal depths of 1,000 feet, a group of divers decided to let up close and personal with them. The expedition took place in 2006, where after several attempts, one of the divers got tangled with the fierce squid.
Oh no.
The 4.5 feet Humboldt squid seemed quite angry while grabbing the diver with its long and powerful tentacles. Thankfully, after a couple of horrifying attacks, the squid finally let go of the diver and his camera while making it a mission successful without causing any harm to the diver, of course. Magna
after that, you gotta
squid.
get out of there.
During
get
a
out.
recent HD ROV encounter, researchers saw a set of string-like extensions lurking at the bottom of the ocean. Well, upon closer look, the so-called oddity turned out to be a 21 feet long Magna squid, also known as big fin squid. The skinny creature with 8 spaghetti-like arms and 2 tentacles is by far one of the rarest and peculiar species of squid, where scientists believe these tentacles are covered in tiny suckers to capture food in the deep waters. Also, do you know these squids are fast? Like incredibly fast, almost with a speed of up to 49.2 feet per second. Finned Mola Mola. This quite disturbing footage is from the Channel Islands off the coast of France, when a diver, while exploring around, spotted an agonizing sunfish that had been fined. The clip features this poor Mola Mola white. It's still alive and breathing. Is actually about to give up on life. Slowly, gradually, and painfully. Mostly probably by giving itself up to the mouths of vicious sea stars. Well, it turns out molas are chew toys for sea lions. They eat its fin and tail, then play with giant frisbee until they are bored to leave the poor creature for a tormenting end.
Yo.
Legendary oarfish.
Nah, that's some asshole shit, bro. Yo, the ocean is full of bullies. Like, what? You're not even gonna eat the whole thing. You just gonna eat the tail and the fins and then just toss the head around? Like, that's... wow.
While unwinding the legends and mysteries of the ocean, Jeremy Wade came across this mystifying sea creature in the middle of the ocean during his night diving. Quite deep, dark, and silent. When Jeremy stepped into the water, through the chain as his reference, a long, thin, and sheer figure appeared out of nowhere from the deep sea. It was an incredibly long oarfish, measuring up to twice the length of the Jeremy, baffling him in utter surprise, because oarfish rarely makes it to the surface, making it a once-in-a-lifetime moment for Jeremy. Underwater icicle.
What?
When salt-rich water leaks out of sea ice, it sinks into the sea, while creating an eerie finger of ice called a brinicle, or an underwater icicle, which is as cold as minus 10 degrees Celsius. Cold enough to cause it to freeze, and as soon as the brinicle touches the bottom, the ice spreads while frosting all forms of life living at the bottom of the ocean. Or those who are simply slow to escape, like starfish or even sea urchins. The video shows a time lapse of this creepy downward growing...
Nah, that's wild, bruh. That a piece of ice is in water, not melting, hits the surface, the bottom of the ocean, and then starts just freezing everything around it. I'm telling y'all, bro, the ocean is crazy, G. Like, it's crazy. That's some wild stuff. I ain't never heard anything like that in my life, bro. Never seen anything like that in my life. It don't even sound right. It sound crazy. Like, if you was explaining that to someone, they'll think you're crazy. They'll think you're crazy, man.
Hollow tube enclosed in a brine while trapping these poor crawlies in a labyrinth of frozen ice. Divers find transparent animals. This next clip is going to leave you by surprise, because divers around the globe have stumbled upon some of the most pleasing sea creatures out of the water. Starting off with the most alluring glass eel, swaying in all of its glory and transparent beauty to help it survive while traveling long distances in the open water. But that's not just it. There are glass octopus, shrimps, and phronema too, who have clearly evolved into these sheer-looking delicate creatures to evade predators while living in the darkest depths of the ocean, where there is no sunlight to warn before the predator makes its move. Sunfish getting cleaned. Living in the ocean, sunfish get infested with parasites, but no worries, because this ingenious fish just knows how to bathe them off. In the video, a team of some very excited researchers on a small submersible vehicle found a sunfish in its natural habitat, and upon following the fish, it appears as if it's looking for a hunt. But in a matter of a few minutes, the giant sunfish was seen getting a cleaning service when a school of smaller, cleaner fish visited the sunfish while slowly pecking its skin away, removing surface parasites that may result in the sunfish's health deterioration. Ancient skeleton. In August 2016, a well-preserved skeleton of a young man was found from the famous Antikythera shipwreck during the excavation in the Aegean Sea near the Greek island of Antikythera. Estimated to be around 2,000 years old, the mysterious skeleton was brought to the lab in hopes of providing first DNA evidence recovered from an ancient sunken boat. Besides this, a mysterious Antikythera mechanism, otherwise known as an astronomical calculator, was also found in 1900. The submerged ruins date to 65 BC and are thought to belong to a Greek ship that was used for trading or cargo.
Damn.
Giant tiger shark. During a dive off the coast of Fiji, a rather very shocking incident took place when a giant tiger shark decided to join the divers. The terrifying footage shows the diver, Stephen Sim Shi Ji, having a chilling experience when a tiger shark attacked, seemingly trying to bite his head off. Luckily for the diver, the shark's bite mostly landed on his tank valve, but it was just a matter of 3 inches long, or it would have splashed the diver's head into two. Speaking of which, tiger sharks are big and strong, with the ability to easily overpower a person in water with their specially designed teeth. Skeleton Tea Party. In May 2015, a man diving in a U.S. river came across 2 skeletons having a tea party while tied up with chairs. I know it looks quite spooky and mysterious, as one of the ghostly figures was even wearing sunglasses. The discovery was made 40 feet underwater in the Colorado River near the Arizona and California border, which led the authorities to dig into further investigation, believing it could be the real skeletons. However, it turns out these alienoid figures were absolutely fake, perhaps to attract more tourist attraction. Mayan relics in underwater cave. In February 2018, archaeologists, while exploring the world's largest underwater cave, made some pretty remarkable discoveries in Mexico, including the fossils of giant sloths, bears, elephants-like creatures, and a shrine to the Mayan god of commerce. Not just that, the cave was found filled with artifacts left inside by humans, such as burnt human bones, ceramics, wall etching, and more. And as of the ancient shrine to the Mayan, there lies a staircase accessed through a sinkhole in the middle of the jungle. Also, do you know, Mayans used to throw offerings to please the god, which sometimes included humans too.
What?
A huge submarine. In March 2018, some scuba divers, while having their best time around the marine life, spotted the spookiest of all things deep in the waters of Waikiki, Hawaii. Turns out these divers were exploring the YO-257 shipwreck when the huge Atlantis sub suddenly lurked into the view from beneath the divers while freaking them out to the core. because if one of them had not spotted the other one, the whole diving thing could end up into utter mess, or perhaps more. The nest. In 2017, in Basque Gili Meno, Indonesia, there lies a circle of 48 life-sized figures called nest. Besides being famed for its crystal clear waters and turtle population, it possesses a hauntingly beautiful work, embracing couples encircling yet more figures curled up on the seafloor. Nest aims at providing home for soft corals and sponges, which in turn will encourage other marine life. Its circular formation evokes time and continuum, whereas interlocking pieces is just a way to provide a platform for marine life to colonize and inhabit while making it look more mesmerizing.
It is kind of cool, I ain't gonna lie.
With giant jaws and razor-sharp teeth, let me introduce you to the Timnodontosaurus. Greek for cutting-toothed lizards, was one of the largest species of the Ichthyosaurus. Capable of growing up to 33 feet long, these dinosaurs of the ocean with largest eyes used to have a very strong visual capacity, while using it for hunting viciously. And now that the fossils of these giant beasts are discovered, there is proof that this fierce sea dragon used to feed on small ichthyosaurs, who surprisingly were among some of the most lethal marine reptiles of their times. Bronzed statue's arm. Among heads without bodies and bodies without heads, during another excavation drive to the Antikythera shipwreck, some extraordinary finds were unearthed out of the wreck off the coast of Antikythera, Greece. The new bundle of treasures include a bronze statue's orphaned arm, a corroded disc adorned with a bowl, and a couple of preserved wooden planks, where the most bewildering thing was the unidentified object with a figure as revealed by X-rays. And while this seemed quite fascinating, scientists believe there's a lot more interesting things hidden in the chaotic mess of Antikythera's shipwreck. Today's open discussion is a picture of this monstrous sea creature captured while some Japanese marine biologists were on a mission to keep an eye on the blue whales during their migration. Well, it turns out instead of following the blue whale, something absolutely terrifying decided to make an appearance to haunt the divers out of
Alien
their
versus
peace.
Predator.
Anyhow, according to some people, it could be an ancient sea monster, maybe a Godzilla chomping up on a carcass of a blue whale, whereas others think it could be a ghostly mutation gone wrong. Let us know what you think it could be. The thistle gorm. One of the most legendary wrecks in Egypt's Red Sea, there lies a great thistle gorm, the most impressive wreck dives found on the planet. This fascinating yet ancient ship is a passage of narrow tunnels of water covered with debris and wreckage from the sea. According to research, the majestic ship met its final voyage on October 6, 1941, during a raid where it was struck twice, resulting in catastrophic damage before getting sunk into the Red Sea while claiming around 9 lives.
Wow.
Goliath grouper versus lionfish. Two divers, after spotting a giant Goliath grouper, decided to present the fish with some snack, and by snack, they mean lionfish covered with venomous spikes. Well, apparently, lionfish are one of the tastiest meal options a grouper could opt for. But is it possible to swallow this piece of spikes? It turns out the fish has got a strategy of its own to successfully nom a lionfish. Speaking of which, if they can herd the fish out in the open on the surface of the water, it will swallow the head first. But in case the fish lurk below the water, the grouper will then swallow the whole thing in one gulp, because if it keeps turning the lionfish, the spikes will become a big hurdle, or perhaps turn into a much worse situation. Wrecks of Palu. Who would have ever thought such a violent time in history could result in such beauty? Two of the divers named Jonathan and Julia, while exploring the wrecks of Palu, came across some of the most astounding wrecks, which includes everything from sunken Japanese Zero planes to massive cargo ships covered in hard and soft corals. due to which today it has become a museum exhibiting a plethora of items, ranging from weapons to chilling glimpse of the past, with the abundance of marine life lurking among the wrecks, while fascinating the place with the best of both worlds. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends.
Nah, man, some of those were pretty crazy. If you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, and subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.